So Tom, what challenges are sports productions teams facing when it comes to workflows, especially given the growth of hybrid teams and remote production?
It's a really good question, Joe, and thank you for your time. We see the sports production landscape is undergoing a transformation at the moment, largely driven by the need for hybrid and remote workflows. A number of reasons that's happening. Whilst these models kind of give you flexibility and cost efficiencies, they also introduce some challenges. Firstly, data accessibility and latency are kind of paramount in a live sporting environment. High-res video files, especially those used in live sports, are normally pretty big. So traditional methods of shipping hard drives or relying on VPNs, file transfer, aren't great from a flexibility and time perspective. So remote teams often face significant delays in addressing and working with footage, um, difficulties in real-time collaboration, fast turnaround times, the need for instant access to growing files, particularly for edit whilst capture scenarios, is becoming more important and becoming critical to those workflows. Secondly, version control and collaboration becomes more complex. Teams are generally dispersed globally. Ensuring everyone is working on the latest version of a project is a bit of a headache, or can be sometimes. This leads to, reworks, missed deadlines, general inefficiencies. Lack of a single source of unified truth for media assets is often a challenge as well. Security and compliance are often big concerns when working with valuable sports content, particularly across various different locations, different devices. Really, I guess protecting it from unauthorized access and ensuring data integrity is a priority for broadcasters and content owners in sports. And finally, one of the challenges around infrastructure and cost management, that can be quite daunting. Maintaining an on-premise infrastructure at every location or building robust, high bandwidth connections for remote sites is expensive and can often be sort of resource intensive. So, teams need to be able to scale cost effectively with technologies that really allow them to adapt to, that kind of predictable nature of live sport, but also the peaks and troughs that come with live sports.
Okay. And can you share any examples of how LucidLink is being used to ease these pain points?
Yeah, I think it's kind of absolutely at the core of our value proposition, really, is to make cloud storage behave like a local drive, fundamentally allowing teams and creative teams particularly to transform, especially in sports, and operate in a more flexible model. A good example is the partnership that we have with EVS and Adobe, which we kind of showcased a bit more at NAB, I think it was. In live sports production, the ability to ingest footage directly into a sort of globally accessible cloud storage platform is really a game changer. With LucidLink EVS users, you can write sort of high resolution or proxy files directly into a cloud hosted file space. This means that remote editors using Adobe Premiere can access and begin working on growing files almost instantly, as if they were sitting in a control room or if they were sitting in a production hub. This really eliminates the need for complex networking, file acceleration technologies, physical shared storage, really drastically reducing turnaround times for highlights, replays, and other timely content that needs to get to market quickly. Another good example is an event that we do, and I think it's coming up in a couple of weeks actually, but the Cannes Film Festival that we actually work with Bruton leverages our integration with Moments Labs AI engine. The Brute production teams are based in various different locations. I think it's New York, Paris, somewhere in India, collaborating in real time. Moment Labs AI quickly allows them to identify key moments from all of that footage from the festival. And then we kind of seamlessly access and enable immediate editing across all of those locations. Really demonstrates how we, really empower those distributed teams to work on time sensitive, high profile content without really missing a beat and effectively eliminating any of those traditional geography barriers that you may face. Um,
Absolutely.
so yeah, there's two good examples for you.
And aside from the workflow improvements, what other benefits does LucidLink bring to production teams?
Oh, that's a good question. I think we kind of have several significant benefits that really tend to resonate with customers that we talk across media and entertainment. The first is cost efficiencies. So by eliminating the need for expensive on-prem shared storage at every location, reducing the reliance on costly file transfer protocols and technologies and shipping, LucidLink can really help optimize operational expenses or the operational costs of businesses. We also have a dynamic tiering option that we launched at NAB that allows you to automatically optimize storage based on activity. So whether it's keeping hot or less used files in cold to reduce costs without the hassle of archiving or manually moving data. It really allows teams to leverage the scalability and cost effectiveness of the cloud without really incurring what most organizations have done over the years, which is those egress fees, which are difficult to predict. It also gives you the ability to have access to a global talent pool. Being able to collaborate seamlessly from anywhere in the world with anyone in the world in any geographical location gives you access to the best talent for your content wherever they're based. You can tap into that global pool of editors, production, graphic designers, any other specialists that need access to the content to help deliver the best looking content that you want to produce. Um, what else have we got? There's sort of a security and data integrity. So obviously we use military grade AES 256 encryption for all of the data that allows you to keep it secure. We have features like sort of snapshots within the platform that offers powerful sort of safety net, allowing teams to restore different versions or previous versions of files or even entire file spaces, which gives customers the peace of mind against accidental deletions or any sort of attacks. Then we've got the kind of the increased agility and scalability. Cloud native nature of LucidLink provides you with great agility. Production teams can quickly spin up or spin down resources as required, accommodating sort of the peak demands for major events and sports events that I mentioned earlier, and allowing you during those quieter periods to sort of go back to business as usual. So flexibility in a fast-paced sports environment is kind of key. Any live environment, in fact. And then business continuity and disaster recovery by really centralizing everything in the cloud. LucidLink provides an inherent disaster recovery strategy for whatever it may be that you're running.
Okay. And you mentioned NAB there. There were a number of platform upgrades announced this year. Can you share details of that and any plans for future enhancements?
Yeah, sure. So we had a huge NAB, which was fantastic. The first thing we kind of launched was our enterprise ready features, so significantly enhancing our single sign-on, expanding our capability beyond Okta and Entra to almost every single identity provider out there in the market. This provides media and entertainment IT teams with greater flexibility and airtight security. So that was great. I mentioned dynamic tiering. We launched that at NAB earlier for enterprise plans. That automatically optimizes storage costs by intelligently managing hot and cold data. So not only are we just work in progress now, we're able to offer other solutions as well. We expanded our sort of accessibility and into other media workflows by introducing our iOS app for secure real-time read-only access to files. Read write is coming, I think, in a few weeks' time, so keep an eye out for that. The Android app was also released with read write capability, including SSO support, seamless mobile to desktop integration. We've got the highly anticipated feature, which is coming very soon, which is our web browser allowing users to access and download LucidLink file spaces directly from a web browser without any software installation. So perfect for things like quicker, approvals or external collaboration. One of the biggest items that we did mention or launch at NAB was the integration with AWS and Marketplace. So we've been running our storage platform on AWS for a number of years now, but now we've launched our Marketplace, and that's sort of become our default storage platform, which provides provides a great relationship with AWS and enables their existing customers to access the benefits really simply for LucidLink across the board. So because we offer an egress-free storage solution, we're extremely popular with the AWS existing customers. Um, Looking ahead, some of the things that we've got coming up, some of the things that I can talk about that we'll probably release at IBC is external link sharing, read-write access for web browser and iOS, a new multi-factor authentication, and some new security tools as well that are coming on the horizon that will be deployed and shipping within the next couple of months. So really exciting time.